Of Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, 46.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Kill. Jordy's the line. Good. Switch out. Check back 40. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Mike 51. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, dude. Stay with your man. Zebra. Crunch. Crunch.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Not today. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. 50-50. Wide, get wide.
Now it's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They needed 19, and that's precisely what they got. And by the length of a football, it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the curl, watch the curl. 58, right over there.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Blue 60. Middle.
Play action. Stafford. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches.
Under 10, 5.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 4th down, Stafford. Flushed out right. That's complete to Darboh. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one, escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Demarcus Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some space here. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
trying to run for it with Pollard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now here's Pollard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Blue 60. Here we go. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. I got it. Crew right. 22. Shot. 97's the mic.
In your face.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, 5-0.
Throwing is Stafford. Rolling to his right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Go, get out there, get out there. There we go, kill. Championship, baby.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
3rd and 12.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Mike 51. Let him know. Let him know. Go to 54. Go to 54. Hey, let's go. Call me. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James. As time expires in the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Kill. Turn it. Kill. Turn it.
10th carry now for Elliott. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's got that one complete to Darbo. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's coming. Here we go. That's mine. I got him. Mike 40. I'm going back to you.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
40's Mike.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. 25. Check. We're going to 54. Right here. Tighten up. 26.
Now Elliott. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 41.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Prescott to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Amari Cooper And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Watch twist. Check. Check out, bro. Going to 53. Check 26. Check 26. Wait.
And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Slam. Check safety. Here we go, 46. Gun. 51's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, Elliott. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 26.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check 24. Check 24. Shoot. Deuce.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Get ready, get ready.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right here, right here. Alert!
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Shakes off the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching? Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Tough one for this.